Hi everyone, happy Sunday, May 5th. I hope your week is going well. I know I just recorded a couple of weeks ago, but I thought because it's Mira May, I would do a recap on what I've decided to stitch for Mira May, and then show some fully kitted Miras that I have that I didn't show before. Maybe I've shown a couple, but I have quite a few. And just give you an idea of where my thought process was when I was pulling these together and how I convert some of them into silk. And, you know, the mood strikes me. I might pull another one out during Mira May, but I had a wrench thrown into my schedule. My mom had a stroke a few weeks ago. She was in hospital. She lives in Michigan. My younger sister lives there as well. And my sister works, as do I. As I have said before, work is crazy. So I have to go to Michigan and stay there for a couple of weeks and help my sister when my mom comes home, because my mom is, right now she's doing great. She's, the stroke was mild from what I understand, but she's a fall risk. My sister said they showed her, because she wasn't, my mom already walked, she struggled when she walked, because I'm not going to go into her medical history, but she has one leg shorter than another. And so she did struggle when she walks, or has struggled when she walks. And it's not been great since the stroke. My sister said she's now right leaning. And so they're afraid that because of that, she might fall. So long story short, she can't be alone. So I will be going to Michigan and spending 2 weeks at my sister's and working from her house during the day so that my mom isn't alone. So with that said, I have to figure out which Miras from Mira May I'm taking, because I kind of need to take my computer and I need to take some clothes, and I can't have a full overflowing bag, so I may need to scale back a little bit on Mira May. But for now, let's get into the 4 projects that I've pulled for Mira May, and then I think as I look here next to me, I might have 8 fully kitted Miras that could be started at any moment. And also don't forget, or I should not forget, because he won't let me. My husband insists that I work on his dragon every day now, because he said Mira May should include dragons. So I don't know if any of you have participated in this or tried this, but several of us stitch what I guess it's known as 25/7, 25 minutes a day, 7 days a week, on us, like it's either a single thread or a couple of threads. So what I do is I usually get up around 6 a.m., make my coffee, get myself ready, going for the day, and then I sit down and stitch for about an hour. So during that time, I will work on my husband's dragon. And before I get into all the Miras, I'll just show you the progress I've made on that, because I have made a little bit more progress. And I apologize, these are in Q snaps right now, and I'm just going to leave them in here because that would mean I would have to take a bunch off. So for now, here is the dragon. I'll show you the picture that's in my iPad in a second here, but you can see I've made progress. All of this border up here, this here, and then this across down in here. And the chocolate color is Gloriana, and the PR, and I apologize, I say this every time, it's 161 or 181, I think it's 161, is the variegated browns and grays. I absolutely love that thread. And Silks for You, kudos, because their silks feel fantastic. And the green is Scales from Night Stalker Calling. And the fabric is Ancient from Picture This Plus, and it's a sparkle fabric. And hopefully, I'm going to put my glasses back on so I can see if the sparkle is showing up on the camera, and it's not. But oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So that's where I am, and I'm labeling this Chris's dragon because it's my husband, Chris, and it's his dragon, and he keeps asking me every day. And here's what it looks like. Sorry, there's glare. So that's the first thing. We'll move that aside. And now we'll get into the Miras for May. So the very first one that I have been spending some time on is Christmas Flourishes. I do have a picture of that, and I will share that with you because I, for some reason, have no clue what I did with the card. I have no idea where the picture went. This is what it looks like. Oh, there's that glare from the ring light. I'm sorry. There we go. I can pull it closer. It is just a beautiful, beautiful design. And I'm stitching it on a color called Versailles Red from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And this is how far I am. And of course, it's a sparkle fabric because your girl loves the sparkle. I love it. It's just coming along. It looks great. And this one is definitely going with me on my trip. So aside from that one, the other one I decided to pull out and work on is Lady of the Mist. And I do have the fabric. It's Sugar Plum Fairies from Under the Sea Fabric. Dyed, it's 28 count opal from Under the Sea Fabrics, and it's beautiful. Let me pull out the picture and show you what the picture looks like. And you see those red flowers in the border? So as I've told you all before, I like to change all kinds of things. So I pulled a bunch of purples and teals and some darker, I think you can see them there, purples, some teals, some darker blues. I think I'm gonna play around with those flowers. So I'm gonna save them for last, see what the whole middle of the design looks like, and then work on the flowers in the border, because I think they would just be great if they were several colors. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I think it'll look good. Haven't made much progress on this because I absolutely just started this, and you know what? I have no idea whether this is up or down, so I'm just gonna share it this way. That's all I've got. But this fabric is so cool. It's sparkly. Leslie did a fabulous job on the dye process on this piece. And she's a big girl, and she's gonna be a big girl. So that one is one I pulled from Mira May, and I do plan on working on her today, actually. So hopefully the next time I film after Mira May, you'll see quite a bit of progress. Fingers crossed and all that good stuff. The next one is Sun Goddess, who is the sister of Gypsy Queen. She is being stitched on 32 count changeling from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And so this is the chart called for. And this is my conversion to Rainbow Gallery silks. I'll hold it there for you just for a second in case anybody wants to kind of deep dive into that. Here are the silks. So, yep, wasn't cheap to kit up, but I had to do it because she's the sister of Gypsy Queen, and I did stitch Gypsy Queen in all Rainbow Gallery silks. I have made a bit of progress on her. I've gotten all this done here and all this done here. And I am loving this. This one is a quick stitch, I think. My friend Kenny from Kenny Stitches shared his picture with me, and so I'll show you guys here what I'm doing, because Kenny changed something on his And it made me think, you know what? I can do that on mine. So let's see if I can find that picture again really quickly. And I can show you what she looks like. And, oh, maybe I can't. Where is the picture? Oh my goodness. Well, I don't have it in here. I'm so sorry. I'll have to pull it up here in a second on the internet. Oh, yes, I do. I do. Okay, so let's spend a minute here on this one. Do you see right above this flowers, right above those flowers, there is a purple triangle of sorts. I thought that looked weird to me. I don't know. Kenny left it off, and it looks fine leaving it off, but I decided to make the fold, because I think it's a fold. So I decided to make the fold longer. So let me grab this here and show you. This is what I've decided to do. So I brought it all the way up here. So now when you see me stitching the flowers, the fold is going to be above the flowers. And I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work great. And if it doesn't, I'll just rip it out. I'm going to finish this spot before I move on. So that is Sun Goddess, who we call Sunny. And I love her. And that fabric is gorgeous. Thank you, Miss Stephanie, for that lovely fabric. And the last chosen piece for Mira May, as you all have seen several times, Muka, because I am going to finish Muka this year. And Muka is done on 32 count Heaven's Fury. I'm going to share this with you all because you all need to buy a piece of this from Leslie. It is amazing. I did not convert the colors on this. I think I shared this before. And for those of you that may be watching this video first before any others, I'll show you how much of Muka I have done because she really is my focus piece this year. There you go. I would say I'm more than halfway done. And if you look down in this area is where I'm working at right now. I did all that. And let me tell you, that stripe with the oranges and the browns, whoo, that part of the chart was tough. But look at how beautiful she is. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. And the skin is over one, as I usually do on a Mira. And I just love this. This is my favorite piece, favorite dye of Leslie's that she does, Heaven's Fury. Second in my Leslie favorites is Anubis. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so now that I've shared all of the 4 pieces plus the dragons that I will be stitching for Mira May, I just wanted to go through and show you guys some of the other things that I have fully kitted up, Mirabilias. And I apologize if some of you have seen these already. Excuse me, there are some here that might have been shown before, but the majority of them are things that I've never shown. And I keep them all in various project bags. Either they're from Tanya Rivas, who makes fantastic bags, or Whip It Up project bags made by my friend Julie. They're amazing. Or they're one-offs that I've ordered from various Etsy stores. So the first one is in this bag here from Tanya Rivas. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bags, Tanya. Love them. They have a pocket in the front. They have the bigger inner pockets and the strap. They're just amazing. And living in this lovely bag, it's Queen Mariposa. I I love her. I think she's just the coolest. I love the colors. I love the conversions I've seen all over the place. I have not converted her. She is fully kitted with DMC. Here's the DMC. I do not use Kreinik. I don't like Kreinik. I have said before, I boxed them all up one year because I got so frustrated with them on a chart, and sent them all to Debbie, Mama Bear Stitchery, my friend Debbie. And, you know, I prefer to use Silk Lame from Rainbow Gallery or Petite Treasure Braid from Rainbow Gallery. They're much better for me. So I am going to put this particular chart on a piece of fabric from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. It's a 28 count Lugana, and it's an opal, big surprise. And this is the fabric. I just love this, and hopefully, let me see. Can I, maybe that's good. Yeah, I think that's better. It's just so pretty. I think it works. It works with the colors. I love these fabrics from Rolanda. They're just so pretty. They're so unique. And I really do think that putting that piece on there, it's gonna stand out. So my process as far as kitting things up, oh boy, I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. Excuse me. Wow, sorry. I'll try to erase that, to cut that out. So my process for kitting things up, you know, I put them together now, let's say. I kit something up and I like the way it looks. When I go to stitch this, I'll always lay everything out again. And if I have, which I will, more fabric, I have acquired different colors, maybe my taste changed a little bit, I might change it, who knows? But for now, I like her on that, so that's what I'm going to stitch her on. The next chart that I have fully kitted is Garden Verses in my Whip It Up project bag from my friend Julie, and she does have some listed right now on Etsy. And I did not convert her, but she is also going to be stitched on a hand-dyed fabric by Rolanda. It's a 32 count Lugana. It's another, I think, like single colored one-off, just like a unique dye. Look at that, it's just so pretty. And I think the colors that are in this chart are gonna look really, really pretty on this. There, that's really a good shot of that. So that's another one. I know it's an older chart of Nora's. I love her old work. I'm just Team Nora, old work. Love it, love it, love it. I apologize that I sneezed and just allergies right now. Sorry. Okay, this one I think I've shown before. Oh no, you know what? I haven't. This is Queen Mermaid. And the picture for Queen Mermaid is here. She is beautiful. And sometimes I look at these and I ask myself, why haven't I stitched them already? Because it's a fairly old chart. I think it came out a long time ago. Yeah, 2000, fairly old. But at any rate, this is a piece of hand-painted fabric from Leslie, Under the Sea Fabrics, and it's called Hades Realm. Look at that. Look at that sparkle. It's, oh, can you even see the sparkle? I'm not sure, but look at that. That's gorgeous. And she is going to be amazing on this. And actually, that blue is kind of washing out in the camera a little bit. It's much darker at the bottom. And the sparkle in this is not gold. It's that bluish, silvery. So pretty. So, so pretty. Maybe you can see. There you go. She's going to look amazing on this. This one, I can tell you right now, because I specifically ordered several pieces of this for other kits I have here. She won't change. She'll stay on this. And she doesn't look to be a stitch that's going to take too long. So, you know, she has the potential of getting pulled out this year. But not for Mira May. I really kind of stuck with these larger projects. Oh, next one. Whip It Up project bag from Julie. So well made. So well made. This one is Aphrodite Mermaid. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see that. And this will be stitched on Neptune 32 count opalescent from Under the Sea Fabrics, another Leslie winner. And she's just going to be lovely on this. Leslie serges all her fabric. So when you see fabric that is cut like this, it's because I bought a yard or I bought a half a yard and I just cut it in half. Cut it to size, basically. But with the sparkle on this one, can you see that? It's that bluish greenish sparkle. She's going to be really pretty on that. And she has great colors. I did not convert anything here except for treasure braids instead of Kreinik. So love her. She's in a bag. Sorry for the zipper. Okay, this bag is one that I ordered from the internet. I'm sorry, I don't know who, from Etsy, but it might be 805 Stitcher, maybe. Lovely bags. Beautiful winter scene on this bag. This fabric has some sparkle in it. It's really hard to show on the camera though, but you can kind of see it. And this chart is, now I will be fair to say, I kind of started this chart on different fabric before and just hated it. And when I go back to when we talked about the Kreinik and how much I hate Kreinik, this was why. Santa's Magic, which, I mean, who doesn't love this? Everyone loves this chart, right? So I decided to redo it and start it on, oh my, I don't even know if I have the name of this fabric in here, because this has been in here for a while. You know, guys, I don't. I really apologize. But nevertheless, I will show you anyway. I did kind of start this one. Yeah, I did. And I just don't know whose fabric it is, but it's a great red. So that's how far I got. I didn't get very far, but already I love it on this red. I love this red. I like stitching on red. Who knew? But I really like it. It's bright. It's pretty. But I started this a while ago. And after I got rid of all the Kreinik, I started this. It looks to be, I can see it, so it looks to be 28 count. And my ring of floss, which I changed nothing on this one. So let's put this one here. This is another Tanya Rivas bag. Look at this bag. There's that front zipper. You can put your chart in here and put your fabric and floss up here in the top. She's amazing. And if you're coming to the Stitching Sirens Retreat in San Antonio in June, I think Tanya's going to be there with bags. Don't hold me to that, but I think so, because I always save money to make sure I get some. So in this bag, I have damask roses, another OG from Mira, and the fabric that I've chosen is called Dragon Dust. It's 28 count, and it's from Seraphim. And check this out. Sparkle, 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 sparkle. Look at how pretty that is. And can't you guys just see her on there, right? Those blues are just going to show up so dramatically on this. Really pretty. So she's definitely destined for this piece. And I didn't convert any of the colors. I left her as is. The next one is in one of the Whip It Up project bags that Julie does them with handles. And she also does them a little wider than usual. So look at that compared to one of her smaller bags here. You can see the difference in size, right? Julie is just fantastic. If I haven't said it, I'll say it again, and probably every time I hold up one of her bags. Fantastic. Love you, Julie. This is the Snow Queen. And she's being done with all the called for, except for anywhere it's Kreinik, it's Rainbow Gallery. This is Hades Realm from Leslie. It's a fat half. It's 28 count opalescent. And when you order these particular ones from Leslie, the hand painted ones, you have to tell her if it's going to be on a piece like this, whether you want it portrait painted like you saw for the mermaid or landscape. And in this one, because I was specifically ordering for this piece, I wanted it landscape. And in case I ever forgot, the card says landscape, which gotta love Leslie for that. Here is the ginormous piece that is going to go on, and look at this sparkle. It's the greenish, bluish sparkle. The painting looks gorgeous, and I challenge anyone to tell me she's not going to look fantastic on this piece of fabric. I mean, just picture that. Right there in the center. Oh my gosh, she's going to look so good on here. I just need to get her started. So there's that. And when I say I fully kit everything, it includes the beads. I don't put the beads in here unless they're special treasures that I had to buy specifically for this. I have a ginormous box of beads. I want to say I've collected for centuries. And the next project is also a Hades Realm project, hand painted. And this is Mermaid of the Pearls. Again, I challenge anyone to say on Hades Realm, she's just not going to be awesome. I didn't convert anything except the Kreinik. And you can see this is the other half of that one piece that I cut. Look at that. Oh my goodness. On the bottom, she's going to be coming out of that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And, you know, I love her. I debated pulling her out for Mira May. I kind of got to be in the right frame of mind, I think, for that one. I don't know. I just feel like I want to think about that swirl of beads and pearls because I have something in mind to change all of those. We'll see. This I showed on a previous FlossTube. So for those of you that have seen it already, I apologize. But for those of you that may be catching me for the first time, this is Blackbird. And I went to Las Vegas for a work meeting and ended up visiting the Stitcher's Paradise because my friends Jules and Sharon are in Las Vegas and I wanted to connect with them. So I think I actually posted the picture on Instagram that we took together in the shop. So Blackbird is going to go on this beautiful, and everyone say it with me, sparkly piece of conifer from Picture This Plus. And I converted her to all Rainbow Gallery silk. She is, I think, a definite start this year. I love stitching with Rainbow Gallery silk, Mira's, specifically Mira's. The sheen, the satiny sheen of the fibers are just unbeatable when it comes to Mira's. I think it takes the Mira's up to that next level. So my next piece is, okay, this is funny, Delphine's Butterflies, which, guys, I bought 2 of these charts. Don't ask me why, but I gave one away. She's a fairly new Mira, and I thought it was really pretty, and sorry for the crinkle. It's in a plastic bag. I love the butterflies. I think they're gorgeous. Just really pretty. And I am putting her on a piece of hand-dyed from Rolanda. It's Lugana 32 count opalescent linen. And I think you can see that fairly well. That looks yellowy, but it's not. It's green. It's greenish yellow. And it's sparkle. And I think she's going to be really pretty on there. And actually, this piece is going to be stitched for our latest granddaughter. She is 6 months old. Her name is Emmy Lou, and her mom picked this. So I will stitch this for her. I have some time, as you can probably guess. And my last fully kitted Mira that I'll share today, because I think I just shared all of these already. Did I? Oh, yes, I did. Okay. My last Mira that's fully kitted. I don't know why this one struck me. I guess because it looked so different from the others that Nora designed. This Princess Eliana. When she came out, I kitted her immediately. I just thought, she's just so pretty. And so many people have stitched her already. I don't know. I just liked her. So I have a piece of Avalon. It's 28 count opal linen from Under the Sea Fabrics. Hopefully you can see the color variations in this fabric. Oh yeah, you can see them. Look at that. It is so pretty. And I think Eliana's going to be just gorgeous on this because of all of that color. She's really going to be pretty. And I don't think, let me look in the bag. Another Tanya Remus bag. Look at this. So big, so pretty. Yep, it's all DMC. I didn't change anything. So I've had some people ask me. So wait, let me backtrack for a second. I think that's all the mirrors I have fully kitted. That doesn't mean that's all the mirrors I have, because I think I have every single one she's ever done. And with the exception of a couple that I just never bought and wouldn't buy them today. I love Nora. She's a friend. She knows that certain things are my taste and certain things aren't. I actually have a fair number of Nora designs as well, not just Mirabilia's. But the mirrors are my thing. The big ladies, I don't know. I just love them. Although none of those are mirrors, but everywhere around the house is mirrors. So I've had a number of people ask me, how do I convert from DMC? I'm going to take my glasses off because of the glare. So how do I do my process? What is my process for converting? I like to think I'm pretty good with color. Yeah, I'm pretty good with color. I can usually tell right away when something is going to look good on a piece of fabric or when something isn't going to look good, what color variations or ranges are going to work together. I just think I'm pretty good at that. So my process for converting a Mirabilia, if any of you are ever interested in just converting from straight color DMC to Rainbow Gallery, we'll say, or you want to try the new Japanese line that's out there, the Cosmos, which they are beautiful and they have a sheen. And one day I'm going to take a Mira to my local needleworks shop, which is called A Stitching Shop, and I am going to convert one into nothing but Cosmos because I think it would look beautiful. I just realized I have another Mira kitted somewhere that is not down here, and I'm surprised it's not down here, but well, we'll save that for next time. It's Adia, the garden fairy. I converted her to all Roxy Floss Co. And Carrie helped me. I did it online. I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. I'll get back to what I was saying on converting in a second, but this kind of goes with it. Sometimes you have to convert from your computer screen and look at what is called for and look at the range on the DMC website. And if you're doing this from a computer, I would recommend good lighting. And if you have 2 screens, I upstairs have 3 computer screens because I work from them. And one of them is brighter than the other, and the laptop screen colors might not be accurate compared to the HDMI big monitor screen. I would move it around from screen to screen and look at the color changing. That might give you an overall global view of what the color might look like when you're converting. So with that said, for Adia the Garden Fairy, I had my piece of fabric out. I pulled all the DMC from my stash because I have a full set of DMC hundreds of times over. And I pulled them all out, and then I went to Evertote CA and pulled up the Roxy Floss pages, and then just went page after page over and over, holding my color to the screen and saying, okay, this looks like it could be a dupe for that, or this looks like it could be that. That worked really well. It took me a while, and I reached out to Carrie, who is the owner and dyer of Roxy Floss, and said, could you please just look, I'm ordering all of these, but could you please just look at them and make sure from the screen to real life, nothing is too off the wall. And she was so gracious. She said, everything I picked was great. She just changed one area, one color for me. She chose a less bright color, if that makes sense. She chose a more muted color. Otherwise, it looks great. Roxy Floss feels so wonderful. So she is upstairs in a fully kitted project bag somewhere. So I will show her at some point later on if I start her this year. So getting back to my process, that's part of my process. The other part of my process is, you know, you can go sit in a stitch shop, and I think, at least here in Colorado, our shops, they're wonderful. Both A Stitching Shop and up north, which is about an hour and a half away, Colorado Cross Stitcher, Sherry, Christine at A Stitching Shop or Sherry would let me come in and sit in front of, you know, said rack or silk or whatever with my DMC and choose. And even if I didn't have all the DMC, if I took from the shop the DMC and walked over, I've had them put it back for me before. So wonderful ladies. That is my process. That is how I convert it. At some point, I am going to, I have some ideas for after when I retire, and as far as offering services to help people do that, and that's going to be something that I explore later on. I still have a few years of work. But in the meantime, if you want to do that yourself, it's so simple. Really, trust yourself. And if you decide you want to completely convert a chart from, let's say, the golden yellows to teals, there are several DMC cards you can buy, either the flat printed color chart card, or you can spend a little bit more and get the actual color pieces of the actual fibers inside the DMC card. I'm sure you've all seen this, and I'm just doing a horrible job of explaining what it is, but it's the DMC card that has the actual fibers in it. And you can see the color families, and you can see in the rows, the way they have them set, how the color families flow. And you can see what Nora's process was when she was choosing colors. Because I will tell you, sometimes when Nora translates from drawing to paint to chart, the colors change. And she does that. But if you go back and look at some of the paintings that she's done, you'll see, I think one that comes to mind is Fairy Idol. It made it to print with the yellow dress, but when she painted her, I think she had a powdery blue dress, which I have seen one person do on the internet somewhere in one of the Mirabilia Mirabilia groups on Facebook. Someone posted a picture of that, and she is absolutely beautiful. So don't be afraid to change colors. Don't be afraid to experiment. I know that there is that big whole, you know, go forward, never backwards, don't rip out. I think that works with samplers much better than it does with an actual Mirabilia. I think for a Mira in particular, you get a vision in your brain of how you think something could look, and then that's what you want to go with. Don't be scared. Do it, experiment, change it, make it your own, and make it personal. You won't be sorry. And honestly, no one's going to know. You put that up on the wall when you're done, or hang it somewhere. All you're going to get are oohs and ahs, and nobody is going to say, oh, you changed the colors, or, oh, I don't like that. And if they don't like it, who cares? It's yours. It makes you happy. That's where, at least that's where I am now after all this time. So with that said, I think I will cut this video short. Again, sorry for sneezing. Sometimes you just can't help it in dusty Colorado. I probably will not film again until maybe the beginning of June, because in between coming back from Michigan and then like mid-June, I'm here, and then we're gone again. I have work travel and personal travel. We're going to Texas for the Stitching Sirens retreat, and then to visit the grandkids and my husband's grown kids. And June's going to fly by. May is going to fly by. So with that said, I hope everyone has a wonderful week. You have a wonderful month of May. Happy Mira May. Get those miras and those needles burning, and get those miras done so we can all enable each other. It was great talking to you today. Have a great day. Bye.